sure we're actually... It's okay. It's time to load up there on the Twitch, on my Streamlabs side of things, but it says we're live. Let's see. Do we have my voice coming through? We do indeed. Display looks good. So, hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soul Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we're doing the... Okay, I guess it's not the Slapstick Museum event. That's not what it's actually called. It is... Oh, it is the Slapstick. Okay, it is. Okay, cool. But, yeah, Slapstick Museum event will start off today. It is the Chaldea White Day event, technically speaking, so, yeah, we will go ahead and get this rolling here. First off, the bit of news posts here. I should start from the very beginning of all things and then work my way down, you know? So that would be the 2020... I don't think that's new. Nope, we already went through that. Olga CE... Not Olga, Ophelia. Yeah. The 2028 Chaldea Boys Collection 2023 pickup summon is the first bit of news. It is just probably a rotating banner. Or, not really rotating, but you know what I mean. New limited time craft essences, and these are all the servants that will be possible to be summoned. We have the Dioscuri, Berserker Q, Odysseus, Napoleon, Vlad III, Waver, Nemo, Arjuna, Karna, Ozzy, Nicola, Enkidu, Achilles, Shangyu, and Li Shuwen, Assassin. Amakusa is also available because he is the star of this event, and he will be available for all the time, whereas the rest, it looks like it is going to be a slight rotation. Just mentioning about the guarantee again, the featured craft essences. So these are all the Chaldean Boys Collection craft essences that have been torn throughout. First one is Flowers and Cafe, that looks to be Ku and Emiya. Crit Star Gather Rate by 400%, Quick Effectiveness by 10, and Megid Plush by 1 for the event duration. Club Argonauts is, I'm guessing, literally all the male Argonauts. Let's see here. We have Jason, we have Mandracarbro, we have Asclepius, we have Castor, and then I cannot, so that is in the back right corner there. It's a bit too blurred from this, but ignore invincibility and a crit strength by 25% boosting. For the 4-star CEs, we have the next installment of the Dante's Files. Dante's Files, A Nightmare Returns, Dante's, Fion, and Diarmun. That's the name of him. I forgot his name. Quick by 8, MP by 8, and MP gain by 8 for the Clock Tower keychain. Roundtable on Ice features Gawain, Lancelot, Bedivere, and Tristan. Debuff immunity for 1 time and a 300-point damage cut for yourself. The 3-star CEs, meanwhile, we have Demonic Parade. Let's see here. There's no way that's Shiro. I can't tell then who that bottom one is. But we do have Suna and... I forget the name of the leader of the Shinsengumi. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but MP charge by 1, and a quick crit and MP strength. That's actually not bad for a 3... No, that's 4 stars, so... Never mind. The Chaldea 11. This looks like it's a sports CE or something. Nemo, Nobukatsu, Voyager, and He Who Shall Not Be Named. Crit star by 1, arts by 2, crit strength by 3. Gets the Voyager mug. The Supreme Place of Learning features Adult Anderson. We have Robin, we have Caligula, and we have Romulus for an MP gauge by 1 each turn, arts effectiveness by 3. Then we have Splat Gun. Can't tell who that is in the far background, nor in the bottom right, but that is the assassin disguising dude whose name I cannot remember. Evade for 1 turn and quick by 3%. Then Infinite Dream, we have Holmes, we have Mothman, and we have Unknown in the background for an arts by 3, buster by 3, and MP by 3. AJ6, welcome to the stream. How be things? As I said, Amakusa is on perma rate up for the duration of this event. You can see his NP on YouTube. You can get his Spiriton dress here to get him in a fancy schmancy Phantom Thief outfit. Very swaggy. Beyond that, it's just going to mention each of the servants that are on pop-up. And you can see their notables. Oh, rank up quest for 2 servants, Amakusa and Zhangqi. Amakusa's baptism rite has turned into the Goblet of Seraph. Change to decrease one enemy's charge, buster attack resistance for all enemies added, and an increase NP gauge for yourself, as well as each turn for yourself for 5 turns. Not bad. But hobby things, G6 hobby things. Zhangqi's planning has turned into Shibu Shai Rin, which is just a completely different skill. Special attack against king enemies, decreased defense for an enemy when attacking with quick card for 5 times for 3 turns added, and an increased star drop rate. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then the social media reaction campaign for this event, we get some quartz. Woo, quartz! Back. And then the Collection 2023 campaign event, so you get an invitation which gets you one of the select CEs. Obviously you want to choose one of the 5-star ones because those are harder to get. The Phantom Thief's calling card. Log in every day during the campaign period. If you collect one each day and exchange them for rewards, the 7th one can be exchanged for the Elegant Phantom Thief Hat command code. Okay. And that starts tomorrow, it looks like. The Elegant Phantom Thief Hat, meanwhile, remove 1 NP strength upstate when successful, decrease defense against buster attacks by 10% for 1 enemy when attacking with the engraved card. That's a little specific, but it is what it is. And you get some tickets with each of them. And a new look for the My Room. Servants are as daily support. Okay, so this is for the event itself, it looks like. Yeah. And then something about a Twitter icon and banner presets. Interesting. Not really too... Okay. Oh, I didn't even see Kid Gil there. Okay, that's cool. So it tells you who's all here. Bartholomew, that's who the other one it was. Okay. Okay, Yarmund, Dante's Fiona. Let's see who else I got. Gwaine, Betty, Tristan, Lancelot. It was Muramasa. Hijikata, that's who it was. That's the leader of the Shinsengami's name. Dang, I forgot. Nobukatsu, Voyager, Nemo. Okay. Anderson, Caligula, Robin, and Romulus. Good. Billy, that's who the blonde was. And that does not look like Arash. I'm sorry, that does not look like Arash there. No way. That does not look like Arash. That's David. Wow, that does not look like David either. Just saying. New add permanently added to the rear prison shop. The invitation. Oh, for the 2022 invitation. Okay. Cool. Cool. But that is the news. So we collect the various login stuff. Oh, hang on. I got a bunch of stuff I should claim here. Yep, see that. And then all of these must be new. Yeah, these must be new rewards that I didn't really catch that were going to be coming out, but I'll take them. How much quartz is that? It jumps me from that was 30 quartz, not bad. And then the spring campaign. We didn't get the 20 lancers, but that's fine, because I already have plenty of these 5-star freaking hell members things. Plenty of those. Present box is starting to get a little bloated here, so let's start claiming some stuff. Start clearing it out a bit. Arrowheads. And then start claiming the daily stuff. Apology Quartz. Spring Sprung campaign. And then it's into all the Chocos. Because I really need a frickin' what's it called to pop up? A double experience boosting thing for craft essences so I can use all of these chocolates. We will also go ahead and claim all the golden foes that are lurking in this present box, because those definitely need to be used. And they've been sitting in there for quite a while, because I'm forgetful sometimes. Read a lot of the time. Or the New Year's campaign golden foes, good gracious. How forgetful can I be? There we go. Anything else further down here? Doesn't look like it. Nope, we look to be good. Am I filtering anything out? No, I'm not. So this is... yeah, this is everything. So I don't really have anything that's super old in there. We will go ahead and refilter those, and then claim the special invitation here, so we can claim that. You got good news? What is the good news? I love hearing good news. It's much better than bad news, after all. Let's get rid of these randos. And then let's exchange... well, I guess I should probably do my monthly. Because I'm Lazy Bum, who has not yet done his monthlies yet. But, easy. I'm debating if I want to get the Take Romance ones. I'm heavily debating it. I definitely have the Mana Prisms. I definitely do. But I'm still debating it. Quite heavily. Nothing here. You should have 1,000 by the time Lost Belt 6 happens if your math isn't bad. Well, just tell your math not to be bad and you'll be fine. Easy. Easy solution. Yeah. Just tell your math, you know what, I don't want you to be bad, and it will not be bad, you know? That's how it works, right? Where was the next one I was working on was XA. I think I've got enough goldens. Let's see, that's 10. Yeah, I got 10 and 10, so I think this is enough to, yep, exactly 2k for XA. Woot! Alright, XA is now officially maxed out as she can be right now. So let's see here. That is Melt, Jolter, XA, and Aresh, as well as Mash, all fully maxed out as far as golden foes. Now we start working on their alternate forms for the maxing out, because they are currently the top in the waifu categories, after all. So it is only right to boost them first. So the only ones that have alternates are Lambda and Summer Jolter. We have no Mash alternate, no Aresh alternate, and no XA alternate yet. We will be getting Idol XA soon, though. I also do need to consider throwing some Grails Jolter's way, but that is for the future. Right now, though, I don't think this stream is going to be too long, is the main thing. Or is one thing. Because of the simple fact that literally all I have to do is the main event. And I'm not going to be doing much, if any, summoning, and I don't feel like this event is going to be a particularly long one. But maybe I should just, you know, put my money where my mouth is and do the start of the event here. And maybe I should just throw a couple tickets. It depends. Who's on raid up right now? Ooh, Napoleon. Oh, I kind of want Napoleon. So I'm gonna throw 11 tickets at Napoleon. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do on this banner is 11 tickets for Napoleon. Or 10 tickets, however many tickets it is. And hey, I got the first of the Chaldea Boys CEs, which is nice. I need those as well, I guess. For, purposes. For farming. There we go. So the Chaldea 11. Skill at soccer is everything in this world. One day a mysterious man who is literally shrouded in menace suddenly appears before a group of boys who are supposed to have paved the road for a new area. I'm not so weak as to be tossed around by that heavy tide. I can charge through. Sorry, I'll try to stop them. The only person who should be looking down on us from above is Sister. This match will see a myriad of schemes and tricks intended to undermine the strengths of humans go up against the numerous assassins seeds sent out to defeat them. Can the boys win? How very amusing. How could mere humans possibly overcome my schemes? Numerous deadly Babylon shots crisscross the field. There is jet space swing by dribbling, the field erupts in flames like Kanoji, and the mysterious evil gods are summoned to cause chaos. It is an apocalyptic scene. The audience, while excited at this match, wonders, they're playing soccer, right? You know, it's servants, so that probably is just basic soccer to them. Yeah, just a little bit of rolls here. And we got another Kelday at 11. I'll go ahead and take that. So the 3-star currency should be easy enough to farm in this event. Yay! Servant is Arcaster, nothing major. Infinite Dream. Okay, yeah. The 3-star currency is going to be an easy farm for this event for me. So, Infinite Dream. They have no interest in wealth. Praise is simply fodder for those literary folks. My ultimate goal, and indeed my reward, will be to create energy that man will never achieve. Two geniuses continue to tackle their challenge, even if their journey may be a never-ending series of tribulations. If such a creation is not merely meant for idle pleasure, but the bettering of one's people, then it is one's duty to lend you aid. By the way, I have the exclusive distributions rights for it. Right? Oh, David. Servant. No gold, it's an assassin, and it is Zhangqi. She is also unrated, so that's not terribly surprising. I'm sure I was about to say, why is she unrated, but I'm sure it'll be explained in the event. I'm sure it will be explained a bit in the event. Lancer. Fion. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's already MP5, but he's outmatched by a superior arts AoE Lancer. Another Kelday at 11. Okay, that's 4 of the 3-star CEs for this event. Or 4 3-star CEs for this event, period. So, yeah. Yeah, we should be fine as far as farming goes. 4-star CE would be nice, though, I will say. But unless we get it on this double roll, we won't be seeing a 4-star CE. Sadness. Tears. Place of Supreme Please Learning. I'll take that as well. I will gladly take that. Another new CE, and I think it's just back-to-back Supreme Please Learnings. It is. Alright. I'll take it. I'll lock it. Come, let us begin our day by welcoming our beloved children of Rome. This prestigious school is led by its dean, a human who has ascended to the realm of godhood. The academy students are matched in brilliance to those who have already seen the Chiron's classroom. The faculty is therefore as spirited and capable as one might expect when dealing with students of this caliber. By the way, how are the preparations for the tri-school party going along, Mr. Anderson? The Sunny Student Council president is one thing, but that student representative with the long black hair can't stick to a schedule or follow the dress code and doesn't even know that everyone except that for others must keep to their deadlines. He excluded himself, of course. Alright, well, there we go. That is all the summoning I'm going to be doing. Didn't get too much, but that is fine. So, let us begin with the prologue / shell, Sky Solace of this event. But yeah, I don't think this event is going to be particularly hard nor long. The boys' collection ones never are. The safe is old-fashioned. The man takes out a stethoscope and places it on the door, listening carefully as he slowly turns the dial. Sure, an autodialer would be easier, but they're much too noisy for his liking. Besides, he's always been a big believer in little things adding up over time. 3 turns to the right at 74, 2 turns to the left at 65. And just like that, the first door is open. Next comes the lock. That's the easy part. All he needs for that is the duplicate key he stole. It's rare for anyone to maintain airtight security for decades, no matter how closely guarded a particular valuable might be. And with that, the second door is open. Now for the third door. This one... I skipped. This one requires a sequence of numbers and letters entered in the right order. A password. It would be impossible to unlock if that password was composed of a random string of characters. But a particular word selected to be both secret and memorable, that's a different story. The man recalls everything he knows about the safe owner's life. He knows this password must have been set decades ago at the time the safe was purchased, and that it would still be the same today. He focuses who besides the safe owner would have been present on the day it was brought and installed. The man takes a deep breath and enters his best guess with trembling fingers. He knows he will only get one shot. It works. The man carefully opens the final door, doing his best to keep his cool. And sighs. The safe is completely empty, no cash, no gold ingots, no securities, no encoded secret documents, not even artwork. There is not a thing inside to be found. The man stares at the emptiness for a time before slowly getting to his feet and looking up at the sky. Oh well, these things happen. It will take more than this to make him give up. Even should his failure greatly outnumber his successes, he will remain undeterred. Instead, he turns towards his next destination, praying it will be different. He knows this journey will be a long one. Okay, that was a wanky little intro scene there. There is a reason arguments are prohibited here. Putting aside cases like Mr. Dark Current and Mr. Alternating Current, since they'll never reach a consensus, many servants have very different views on religion, political systems, societal problems, and so on. Our views are inevitably influenced by the time and place we grew up in, and there is no single correct answer to any of these big questions. And to make matters even more troublesome, many of these views are inextricably tied to what makes us who we are. What I'm trying to say is, nothing good can come from crossing these lines. So it just makes sense that these topics would rarely come up. If they did, we'd be at each other's throats. Of course, between hot-headed fighters like the Celts and the Round Table and the Greek warriors, it certainly doesn't take much for squabbles to erupt in actual combat. But even in those cases, I believe they do their best to keep things professional, for lack of a better word, so as to not leave any lasting grudges. I see. Why do you ask? Is there something you're concerned about? Paris. Paris, as in Hector's little brother? Right. He had forgotten about this until recently, but it turns out he has the Apple of Discord thanks to his noble phantasm. My QB's on the sheet being behind this. Yep. I snuck it in because I thought it'd be good for a laugh, and I'd do it again if I could. Yes, that sounds like a Greek god. If nothing else, they're very uninhibited. Hey, Mordred, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Then again, perhaps a less generous adjective would be more appropriate. Anyways, I was just wondering what we should do about the Apple of Discord. I can think of a few things off the top of my head. Destroy it, steal it away, or give it to someone for safekeeping. The first two would be easier, but I can understand if you prefer not to go that route. My math is actually fairly decent. What about the safekeeping option, then? You'd have to give it to someone extremely unlikely to sow any discord themselves if you wanted to keep it with a Greek. My suggestion would be Medusa. I'm quite certain she could handle a noble phantasm like that easily enough. Her actually agreeing to take it is another matter, though. Other names that come to mind include Georges, Martha, and Jeanne d'Arc. Essentially, anyone with the title of saint can be trusted to have plenty of self-control. I see. But one person does seem perfectly to me. Someone who would be sure to accept and who would do an excellent job of taking care of it. Oh, who is that? Let me guess. Amakusa. Voyager! Thank you. That was yummy. So, you just want me to hold on to this Apple of Discord? Honestly, I wasn't expecting him to suggest Voyager. Good suggestion, Namakusa. If you don't mind holding it. Of course not, Master. I'd be happy to. But why me? Oh, that was my idea. I'm guessing you'll be basically immune to the Apple of Discord's influence. Oh? How come? Well, we'll see you in the cafeteria. I'm afraid we've got a minute singularity in our hands. Would you mind coming to the command room? Roger, roger. That sounds urgent. Okay, I'll go too, but I still want to hear what you're going to say later. Of course, I'd be happy to oblige. Alright then, Master, shall we? How are things, how are things, J6 and Mordred? Because J6, you didn't really answer me. You just said, good news, you're gonna have almost 1K sync quartz. You didn't answer how things are outside of that. How are you both doing today, then? Hang on, I forgot I had it on. Nope. Shoot. Stop. Let me read. I accidentally skipped. I forgot I set on auto. I'll put Holy Grail on display. I need to get some context here. There we go. Hey, thanks for coming. Let me get right to filling you in about this minute singularity. First, take a look at this. We managed to get a pretty good look at what's going on there. Let's put a Holy Grail on display. It's actually in a solid Grail form, too. How odd. It's true. Most Holy Grails consist solely of wish-granting magical energy, never take on a shape at all. Well, there was that time a Holy Grail essentially became a handbell back when Nightingale was Santa, but that was the sort of exception that proves the rule. It's so shiny. Do we have to bring it in for safekeeping? Well, yeah, theoretically. But as you can see, this Holy Grail is being kept on display like a valuable work of art. And we're not sure how to get around the security. Well, hey, it's just being kept in a glass case, right? So can't we just break the glass and be done with it? I mean, she's got a point. Well, if you're worried about whether I'm sober or not, don't. I've only had a little morning pick-me-up. In just a moment. You're already started drinking. Servant or no, that can't be good for you. Oh, you doctors are such stiffs. I wish you could take a page out of your book. There's no need for that. Wait, you do? Well, sure I do. But this rough and tumble way of life's all I've ever known. It's just how I am at this point. I suppose I can't argue with that. So hey, Master, if you're headed out to repair this singularity, Sans and me can come along if you wish. Thank you. I'm not sure you two would be my first choices, but, yeah, thank you for choosing to come along. Well, J6, you never answered. How are things? And more stuff does exist out of St. Quartz. The stuff you spend your St. Quartz on. Alright then, let's do this thing. Agreed, I'll do my best to be as helpful as possible. Verge and I will come along too. Understood, then Master's team for the singularity will be... Jonki, Charles Henry Sanson, Amakusashiro Tokisada, and Voyager. Is everyone alright with that? Then I'll stay behind and be your navigator. No. Mordred, the St. Quartz are like a down payment for the servants. You know, we have to pay them for their appearances. That's why they require the St. Quartz, you know. The St. Quartz are the down payment. They extract their pound of flesh, you know, when they're summoned. In the form of mana transfer more often. I look forward to working with you all on this mission. Well, you should pay your servants. Servants should always get payment. Section 1, Renouncing Violence. I don't think renouncing violence is something they can do. No, they're the down payment, J6. You eat St. Quartz for breakfast, though? Well, how do you have it served? In a bowl of milk? How do you take your St. Quartz? No problem with the ray shift. This place is packed. Our transmission is audio only for now. Sorry. Your Mystic Code's charm spells should make you all seem as though you're just a group of normal visitors. I see. So then we should be just fine as long as we don't act out of place? That's right. So that must mean everyone here sees my sword as a walking stick or something. I don't see the Holy Grail here. It must be in a different room. That aside, there's something about this museum. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot of flashback material. That's a good point. Can I turn off auto and... Yeah, there's a lot of flashback material here. Okay. Somebody's behind this singularity, clearly. Right you are, Master. If we were to conduct a summoning ritual here, I imagine we'd end up with a random servant. Let's see, Holy Grail, Holy Grail. I guess our first order of business should be to find out whether it's on display or if it's hidden away somewhere. You smoke it. Okay. So what do you use to smoke the St. Quartz, though? Like, do you do an applewood smoking, or is it more of a cedar or maple? Come on, you gotta answer these questions. Then how about we all split up and look for it on our own? Good idea. Well, you said you smoke the Saint... You eat the Saint Quartz and you smoke it, so that means you must treat it like a meat where you smoke meat, you know? There doesn't seem to be much chance of a fight breaking out here. Alright, I'll start over there. Something wrong, Voyager? Oh no, don't worry, it's nothing. Or, no, not big on crowds, huh, Voyager? Here, why don't you hit your right on my shoulders, then? Really? Yes, please. Upsy daisy. Thank you, this is a little embarrassing, though. Don't worry, it'll only be for a little while. Alright, let's get going. All that aside, Master's right, there are too many relics that seem like they could be used as catalysts in a summoning ritual here for it to be a coincidence. Plus, they're all lined up with no regard for their time period or country of origin. As far as I can tell, the only thing they have in common is that they could apparently be used to summon servants. I don't think I like where this is going. I'll check the permanent exhibits. Voyager and I are good here. Hey, Miss Goomba, welcome to the stream. It has been a while. It has been a while. Happy things, happy things. You get, you get 400... How are we getting 452 free quartz until Lost Belt 6, Mordred? I need to know these things. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. How has your summonings and such been going? Engage traction. Deploy. Master, why don't you and I investigate this hallway? It seems relatively quiet. Sounds like a plan. Shiro, Amakusa. Alright, let's meet up in an hour at the forest. We didn't ray shift into a forest, did we? I thought we just ray shifted straight into this building. Which one is the question? Light or dark? Or both? I know most of these paintings feature heroes too, but there's no discernible rhyme or reason to how they're arranged. Look at this. They've got a painting of Heracles next to a picture of School of Minamoto and Reiko and the Four Heavenly Kings. Messy, messy. This museum is focused entirely on heroes with little regard to where they're from. I can respect that in a way. Oh, then you're bound to get pity then. You're bound to hit pity by then if you don't get her normally. On both banners at that rate. 246 from login and 206 from events. Well, Mordred, you answered a lot quicker than I thought. That was a very quick answer. Also, are those emotes Abby? They look, it's too zoomed out to tell, but is that like Abby with the keyhole? Awesome. That is awesome. Those are some good Abby emotes. Abby in a box playing and Abby... those are some good Abby emotes. You're sure you'll get Koyan before pity? Oh yeah, the people that get pity are... They truly deserve it, because they spend a lot of quartz on it, you know? But most people have higher tier luck than that. Bet Abby. Aw, Abby does deserve head pats. Dear evening, Master, this is Mash. Neither Sanson, Jonki, nor Voyager had any luck, so they all left the museum for the time being. Then it would seem we're on the right track, unless it's in storage or something. I don't see a nameplate on this one, though it's definitely an exhibit room. No, we should keep searching. No, Nina, I think we just hit the jackpot. Come on. You got Castoria on the first multi after 35 tickets. Damn. I don't remember how long it took me to get Castoria. I really don't. I don't think it was too long, though. I don't think it was too long. Holy Grail. Holy Grail. That's Holy Grail, alright? I'd recognize that immense magical energy anywhere. It seems unaltered as well. It just occurred to me, why did we bring Amakusa on a quest to get a Holy Grail? This is just a recipe for disaster. It's hard to believe that they'd have it on display as though it were another piece of art. Yeah, it's getting some special treatment, but... True enough. Now, how do we go about getting it? Master Amakusa, is everything okay? Why, Mash? Well, the moment you entered that room, our magical energy sensors started going haywire. You might even lose connection. I think there's more than just the Holy... Koyan is New Year's and anniversary, from what I understand. I think it is dark that is anniversary, and then light is New Year's. I want to say that's how it is. That was fast. I don't know what Mash was trying to tell us, but while we're here, there's a few things about this grill I'd like to double check. Excuse me, do you work here? You could say that. I'm the curator of this museum. What can I do for you? Well, rumor has it this chalice you have on display is a genuine Holy Grail. And I was just wondering, is it authentic? I'm actually a man of cloth myself, or something close to it anyway, so I can't help but be curious. Of course, I understand completely. Rest assured you look upon the very chalice which caught the blood of Christ. Its presence here ensures this museum will always be safe and secure. I see. In that case, let me ask you this. Well, I'm sure touching it would be out of the question. Could I arrange for a closer examination? I'm afraid not. We've had many similar requests ever since we put it on display. I'm afraid there seems to be something about the Holy Grail that drives people mad with desire. The last time we let someone near, it quickly became so frenzied that they tried to shatter the glass case. You don't say. Furthermore, the Holy Grail is a symbol of this museum. It is worth far more than any other relic we have on display. As such, our security detail has been given orders to kill anyone who gets too close. Okay. I don't think that's how museum security works. I don't think even the most expensive artifacts would have that kind of response. Can you just imagine? Hang on. They're getting close. They're getting close to the Mona Lisa. Take them down. I mean, yeah, but it's just funny to think. Hope you can get Koyan quickly. Oh, I'm sure Koyan will come home as long as you have enough QP for her. She is quite the money greed. She is probably one of the more greedy servants, actually. Or if you're willing to make a deal with the devil. Very nice devil, but yeah, still a deal with the devil. I see, thank you. This has been very helpful. Not at all, we appreciate your cooperation. Ah yes, one last thing. Have you ever considered putting the Holy Grail up for auction? The publicity events of donating proceeds to helping fight poverty would be incalculable. Good one, sir. Alright, Master, since it seems we've been under the surveillance ever since we've entered this room, I suggest we take our leave for the time being. I have almost all the items for Koyan, only about 20 of the decent assassin gems. And we'll get 1,110 quartz until anniversary. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad. That is enough for a pity. Ah, the secret. Oh, the secret assassins, the yellow ones. Yeah, those can be a bit of a pain. Thankfully, I'm pretty good on those just because I did, like, a lot of boxes for Christmas. I did a lot of Christmas boxes, so, yeah. We have been under surveillance, I'm not surprised. Our VOD master, please don't turn around. There are 2 servants in the back of this room. Servants. I'm guessing the museum summoned them here. And of course, I'm sure they both will aware I'm a servant as well. What do we do? Excuse me, you two, I don't suppose you mind showing yourselves? If that's too much to ask, could you at least tell me your names? Shut up and get lost, we've got nothing to say to you. Well, my colleague said, we're just guards, nothing more. I suppose that's that, then. Very well, until we meet again. Gonna wait until Lotto 2, you've been farming them in weekly farming places. Creepy bastard, feels like he just shoved his hand down my throat and grabbed a hold of my stomach. He wouldn't have noticed us if you hadn't been so openly hostile. You need to learn to keep your cool like me. Shut up. Well, at least now he knows there's 2 of us, right? Idiot. You didn't take a good look at his smug face, did you? That was the face of a smartass ticking time bomb just waiting to go off. One that blows up in your face if you try to mess with it at the worst possible time, even if you just leave it. Also, he already knows about the other guy. I can already tell this is going to be a pain in the ass. You're all caught up on the story? Yeah, story. I'm caught up as well, and I have to say, I like TNKO. I very much liked it. I like how... liked how Doman met his end, just sliced down the middle as he was trying to get a ticking time bomb off. That was a glorious end for such a bad... I don't want to curse. For such a douche, I think is the best way to put it. So, long story short, they have 3 servants standing guard, 2 are in the open, 1 is hidden. I'm guessing the other 2 don't bother to hide their auras to make it easier to hide the 3rd. How'd you figure that out? Their positioning. Given where their voices were coming from, they had to be positioned in areas that would inevitably leave a gap in the Holy Grail's defenses. A hole? That's right, a gap that simply cannot be covered with only 2 servants. If Master and I made a rush for the Holy Grail back then, there's a good chance you would have gotten it, though likely at the cost of my life. Wouldn't that be a problem for you? Remember, this is the Holy Grail we're talking about. Most masters are ready and willing to sacrifice their servants to attain one. Though, of course, for better or for worse, our master prefers to avoid that when possible. I guess that's true. However, judging by how 2 servants spoke, they don't seem concerned about the gaping hole in their defenses. The most plausible explanation is that there's at least 1 more servant with them. Yeah, seeing until we meet again may not have been the best way. He was more like a cartoon villain. I mean, you know, I kind of like that he was more, he got cartoony in there, just because it just reeks of his arrogance. Like, so many of our opponents just, they aren't arrogant, really, when you think about it. Like, Wodame showed us respect. Arjuna didn't really acknowledge us, but when he did, he acknowledged us properly. Mothman tried to parlay and then acknowledged us. Katak acknowledged us. Koyan acknowledges us. It didn't really... I don't know, it kind of did fit. He definitely seemed like he liked to play with his food, like how he manipulated Arjuna into essentially destroying his lost belt, you know? And the whole Shimosa chapter was just him sort of testing the waters, really, as well. So Shimosa was his technical first appearance, and even then we didn't really see him that much. The 4th Lost Belt was when he really had some character moments, and even then he was a big D. I don't know, I kind of think he kept in character with being overly arrogant. Sorry about that. I thought it would be fun to see the looks on their faces if I said that. Well, hear the tone of their voices in this case. You and I would seem to have very different definitions of fun. I see. I understand your personality now, Shiro. If something seems like it'll be fun, you can't help but try it. I suppose you got me there. At any rate, it sounds like we're going to have to fight those other servants at some point. And we'll have to do so at night once the museum is closed and all patrols have left. Though, of course, once the museum closes, I'm sure we'll have security systems in place. Maybe we'll have to be stealthy rather than simply charge in. Alright, I'll conceal my presence and go check it out. That'd be a big help, Jonki. My own presence concealment is just barely better than not having any at all. Get Melt to 100? Good decision. Melt to level 100 is a great first step. The next step is level 120 Melt. That is what I am currently working on, is level 120 Melt. I think I have enough embers. It's more just I want a double experience event or so. Hey, don't worry about it. You can just make up for it by using that big, beautiful brain of yours. This is great. With Jonki here, we should be able to find out what's going on at the museum. Master, I suggest you try and get some sleep now. I have a feeling this keeper is going to take us all night. Will do. Good night, Master. Sweet dreams. What bond is Melt at, then, is the question. Unless by having all of her skills maxed out, you mean her extra skills as well. Alright, now we just wait for Jonki to get back. Forming party before the battle begins. Alrighty. Okay, so you upgraded her app and skills as well. That would be why you can't do 120 then. Fair. Good morning, Master. I'm sure you're hungry, so I got you something to eat. You brought this from Chaldea? No, I got it from a food stand in front of the museum. I already tried it, so I can tell you it tastes good and there's no poison. Anything else happen while I was asleep here? No, not particularly. We're expecting Jean-Ki to get back at any time now. Hope I didn't keep you guys waiting too long. Welcome back. So, Jean-Ki, what did you learn? Here's the scoop. Dun-dun. 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 Magical energy detectors went online about an hour after the museum closed. They didn't react to the security guards and demonic beasts that they had registered in the system, but I doubt any servant without presence concealment, to say nothing of master, would be able to get around them. Have they actually? I don't think they've actually announced a way to get servant coins other than the known methods. I know that they said they would, but I don't think they actually did. Yeah, I feel like they might have forgotten about that. Something's telling me. But when is Melt's next raid up? Because I'd still need to get her to MP5 myself. Bond and extra summons essentially are the main methods to get her to get any servant extra. Melt was your first 5-star, so she carries special meaning. Very nice. Melt is very... Honestly, I mainly rolled Melt initially just because I wanted... Because she seemed like a cool servant. It was after the story, though. After the story, she touched my heart. So I'm pretty sure the next one will be the 6th anniversary Lucky Bag summoning campaign. Should be the next time that Melt is on raid up here, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, that should be the case. So, but then the next guaranteed banner will be the Seraph Free Access Commemorative Summoning Campaign, which will be next year. Like, literally a year from now is when Melt will have a dedicated banner again, sadly. So that's going to be a while. What sort of detectors were they? They're similar to a laser grid. They put up a whole bunch of invisible beams, and the moment you break one, the alarm goes off. Simple yet devious. They might be able to get past if we could all use high-rank presence concealment, but barring that... And that's not all. You know those glass cases they used to display the exhibits? What about them? I took a closer look at them, and it turns out they're not made of ordinary glass. Looks like they're reinforced using something like melted-down octuplet crystals. I'm sure we could still destroy them if we hit them hard enough. The trouble is that to break them, we have to hit them very hard. I see, then we should assume that the glass case containing the Holy Grail is made from the same material. Which means we wouldn't be able to steal it even if we could all use high-ranking presence concealment. That sounds very bad. They also have security guards making regular patrols, and get this, they have soldiers instead of guard dogs. What the hell are they thinking? You don't just slap a leash on those and call them pets. You'd expect security guards to have been eaten alive, then again, maybe they have so many magical energy resources it's just not a problem. I mapped out their patrol routes, but the room with the Grail is completely sealed. It looked like the door to a bank vault, only had some markings of some sort of spell. I copied them down just in case it might help. Thank you, Jean-Ki. Can you show it to us so we can analyze it? Got it. Here you go. You know, why are we worried about being all stealthy about this? Amakusa, you can literally shoot a laser beam. We get you above the room where the Grail is, you blast us down in, we drop in, grab the Grail, and just evac out. You're thinking too stealthy-like. You gotta think like you're an extraction team, you know? Don't think like a thief. Think like a Spec Ops operative. Now I see. It's a time spell that only lasts till morning, but it provides extremely powerful protection while active. It can only be broken with a spell of equal power. I mean, yes, now you're thinking with portals, Mordred. Now you're thinking with portals. Figures. Wait a second, it only lasts till morning, so what happens when the spell when morning comes? It disappears. They'll cast it again after closing the museum. It's not very cost-effective, but it offers powerful protection nonetheless. They are, in essence, rebuilding the door to a Magecraft workshop every day. Anyway, all you really need to know is that it's a very sturdy door. Fair warning, Master, once this latest incident is over, I'll be assigning you some homework on the elements that go into spells like this. Homework! That's all for me. And there you have it. And you know, if it's a door, does the door open inwards or outwards? Because if the door opens towards us, then you just take the hinges off the door, and the door goes fall. Yeah, more homework. Sure, Master, at least we have a good idea of the situation now. So to get this Holy Grail, we need to make our way past a lot of security, pry open a super sturdy door, and then deal with 3 servants guarding it. How are we going to do that? It sounds all but impossible. This is going to be fun. Fun. Between the security guards, magic energy detector beams, the incredibly tough glass case, and the servants acting as a last line of defense, this museum's security is absolutely riddled with holes. All we have to do is find a way through them, and we should have no trouble reaching the Holy Grail. Well, I guess there are holes here and there, but I can't support that. Your plan requires 5 consecutive instances of us working flawlessly and being incredibly lucky. True, but I think I can pull it off. What do you mean by that? Don't bother Samson, he's too good at keeping his cards close to his chest. Alright everyone, would you mind waiting here for a while? Why? I'm going to make my way in alone in the modern parlance, get my ass handed to me. Huh? What? Oh. Why? I'll explain soon enough. In the meantime, I really need to go now, before they suspect something. Should have made a global Arash death counter. That would be funny. That honestly would be pretty funny. What? I mean, because I know that they can track who the most leveled up servants for every class is. All that kind of stuff. But they should also just... I do kind of want them, wonder whose NP gets used the most as well. Just curious. I mean, it's probably Arash, let's be completely honest here, but Bunyan's got a pretty quick NP as well, you know? So it might be Bunyan. See you later. Bye, Amakusa. He actually left. What should we do now? Should we go after him and try to meet back up? No, it's okay. Don't worry about him. He's trying to get captured on purpose. Alright then, time to get myself captured. A looping servant. Yeah, looping servants are actually probably used a fair bit too, aren't they? Oh man! It told me you get to build your party before the quest. Your party is just Amakusa. Have fun building this party. And I'm sure the Mystic Code I choose literally isn't going to matter, because I'm probably not going to get to use it. Escape gracefully. Well, that's a lot of buffs, and your NP is sealed. Why? What is the purpose of this? What was the purpose of that? I don't know. Whoa there. Open fire! Open fire! Seriously? You're just opening fire? What about all the priceless works of art? Don't you lecture us about the value of art, thief. You've got me there. Ugh. Jimmy's gone. Find him. Don't worry about the Holy Grail room. There's no way you can get that door open. That's true, I can't, but I don't have to. They'll open it themselves. Because they'll want to know how far we can go. It's an American museum? Yeah, just blast everything, don't worry. Oh, just one of you. Hey, Hajime! Oh, hey, we don't have to bother with introductions or anything, right? All you need to know about me is that I'm your everyday suit. You can tell just by looking. Oh, so I see. You won't even reveal your true name, You think that's a cowardly move or something? Not at all. I can tell you're a Japanese swordsman, that's all I need to know. Yeah, he came home to me as well because I said I already have Saber-Lot and I don't need him. So he decided to prove me wrong by getting to like NP4 in my Chaldea because he wanted to prove me wrong. It's kind of funny. You're a nasty one, aren't you? Pot, call the kettle black. Shall we get to it? I can't go home without even a souvenir after coming this far after all. That just wouldn't be worth the trouble. So you're here to sacrifice yourself? That it? Damn, that's gold. Your master must be a real slave driver, huh? Well, I guess a more charitable way of putting it would be he's focused on victory. Oh no, I'm here entirely of my own volition, I assure you. Now then, let's fight, shall we? Man, this is all just really throwing me off my game, but oh well. Gotta work for that paycheck. True that, Hajime. True that, Hajime. Not cool. The not cool Hajime. There's another Hajime that's cooler than this Hajime. You know. There's another Hajime out there who is much cooler. Golden. Hey, it's a Soul Eater too. Good Soul Eater.
Protection,
don't worry, I'm striking with the flat of my sword, and I got... You gave me... What is the point of this fight? I mean, at least I can attack this time? But this confuses me. Kill the Soul Eater at least. What was that damage? I'm sorry. What was that damage? Okay. Damage blast? Why not? Why not? You can already see me in a fight for 500 and when it... Hey, I didn't take that long to solo She Who Shall Not Be Named with Mashu, so I'll be fine. Alright, that's enough. So, what do you want to do with him, boss? Probably just better if I finish him off now, yeah? No, don't kill him. You're the boss. Well, no, that's very kind of you. You're talking about a different fight. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Caster used the Holy Grail to steal his power. I'd keep my mouth shut if I were you. Ominous laughter. Don't worry, we're not going to harm you. We're just going to strip you of your ability to fight. You're gathering power. Why? What are you going to do with it? Don't you know anything about museums? The sole raison d'etre is to collect. Alright, Saber, show him out of here. I still think it'd be better off to finish him off now. But it's up to you. You never let him get away? Alley-oop. For my part, I hope you're dumb enough to try your luck again. Oh, and give my regards to the others as well, will you? Are you still alive, Amakusa? Looks that way. I knew I was right to go alone. This turned out to be very informative. You can tell us about it after we get back to Master. He was pretty upset about you putting yourself in danger like that. No, I'm not too upset. I kind of expect it from him, you know? This is Amakusa we're talking about. It's to be expected. I know we've had to send servants off alone before, but that call was never for a servant to make. Well, for what it's worth, I'll do my best to smooth things over with Master. Thank you. Yeah, it's Amakusa. This is not too surprising. If there's a Holy Grail involved, he will laser focus trying to get that thing. And now I can't fight anymore. Sorry about that. Yes, you know, I guess we gotta take a more serious tone. Sorry, just ain't gonna cut it anymore, boy. Forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. And it's not like he ran off completely half-cooked, right? You had good reason to believe he'd make it out alive, no? Yeah, I was pretty sure that if all four of us went together, they'd be more inclined to kill us. But I figured that they would treat me with proverbial kid gloves if I were there alone. I even guessed that losing my ability to fight would be one of the possible outcomes. At any rate, there's one very important thing I know for certain. Hey, Draconic, welcome to the stream. I'll be things. The only thing Amakusa's focused on besides the Holy Grail is Semirami's. True dat. In fact, I wonder who he focuses more on, considering the ending to Apocrypha. Who would Amakusa be more focused on? If he was given a choice between Semirami's or a Holy Grail, which would he choose? Oh, what's that? Well, certain may be overselling it a bit, but I'm reasonably sure that the Holy Grail simultaneously impedes its enemy's actions while enhancing its allies' capabilities. What's more, if anyone attempts to fight over the Grail itself, it will reject the conflict. As if that weren't bad enough, it grants our enemies an overwhelming advantage. I very much doubt we could win a fight under those circumstances, even with multiple servants. Maybe we would have a fighting chance, pun not intended, if our magic resistance was high enough, but that wouldn't help with how it enhance our opponents. Is that why you went alone, to see what we're up against? Yes. So how do we get the Grail then? Yeah, I don't see how we can help. It sounds like all we can do is float around uselessly like space debris. It's simple. If we know we'll lose any direct confrontation, then all we have to do is avoid one. Huh? Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But then how are we supposed to get the Grail? Are you saying we should just give up? Not at all, I'm saying we should steal it. Say what? Oh man, I didn't expect him to suggest stealing it. Presented by Chaldea. Okay. What is this? Amakusa Shiro. What is this? Charles Henry Sanson. This is so weird. I'm getting Persona 5 flashbacks. Except the music's not as bopping, I guess is the best way to put it. Voyager. Jonki. Watanabe no Suna. William Shakespeare. Aw, you spoiled! The event spoiled the caster! Mash highlight. Hey, Mashu! Probably, I'm getting some Pink Panther vibes. No! You're spoiling it! The game's spoiling! It's spoiling! I didn't know Mo was in this event, now I do! The introductory sequence is spoiling it all. Holy Grail, Phantom Thief, Amakusa Shiro, and the Slapstick Museum. But yeah, I'm definitely getting some Pink Panther vibes. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so we should be able to exchange the invitation now. Aww. Voyager. I'd never watched Pink Panther. Honestly, it was on Boomerang, I want to say. I remember it being on Boomerang. I'm gonna take the Club Argonauts, I think. Yeah, I think the Club Argonauts. I don't think I've ever heard that there was a Pink Panther movie, to be honest. So, I guess congratulations are in order. You're stepping aboard the world's greatest ship, Club Argonauts. Here, guests are invited to take on the greatest journey that offers dazzling, stimulating experience. By the way, the giant hero, who is expected to be the club's most popular host, declined to participate, while the other large crew member was browbeaten into silence by the moon goddess. Aw, poor Orion and Herc. Alright, so Section 2, Snatch, Steal, Straight. You know, I'm surprised Carmilla's not in this event. Her summer form is a phantom thief, after all. Earlier, I was robbed of my ability to fight. It seems the curator and his servants weren't lying about that. However, it also seems my ability to fight is the only thing they took. Okay, first though. Yes? What are you wearing? This is my phantom thief attire. The fact that you have that at the ready. And you know, there was a lot of people were really pissy when this event came out that we did not get a Arsène Lupin servant as well. And there was still a lot of people that said that this whole thing was a reference to Persona 5. But obviously Phantom Thieves have existed before that. But I'm not sure about that mask. I really don't know what the origin of that mask on his hat is. That looks... Well, yeah, but he has been referenced by Sherlock, I want to say. I want to say Holmes has referenced Arsène Lupin. In-game. I want to say. I don't remember off the top of my head, though. I don't recall 100%. Oh, well, I guess you're still pretty young, so... Don't think I can't see that look of pity in your eyes. I think you look cool. No comment. You know, it works for me. I'll be honest, it works. Thank you, Master. Phantom Thief Amakusa Shiro Tokisada at your service. Now, as I was saying, since my combat abilities have been sealed away, I, of course, can't use my Noble Phantasm, Twin Arm Big Crunch. But fortunately, I have two other Noble Phantasms that aren't used for combat. Right hand, Evil Eater, and left hand, Xanadu Matrix. And those still work just fine. Yeah, what kind are they, then? Well, to make a long story short, as a servant who should by all rights have been summoned as a caster rather than a ruler, I can use all kinds of matecraft to support you in various ways. As long as you aren't fighting, there is nothing you can't do. That being said, just because you can fly through the air or smash through a wall doesn't mean you should. At the risk of repeating myself, let me say once more that our goal is to steal that Holy Grail. Which means our first order of business is to disguise ourselves. Okay, I can get that. Come now, Master, don't you remember? Security already knows what you look like. As for the rest of you, I'll go ahead and strengthen your disguise charms. That should ensure you all look like ordinary humans, at least as long as you don't do any fighting. Of course, the jig will be up if you do. Anything will draw suspicion to yourselves. From there, it will all come down to our smarts, our courage, our planning, and our prep work. Zhongyi, I'd like you to keep using presence concealment to monitor everything that goes on in the museum. Got it. Keep an especially close eye on the security guards' patrol patterns. Let us know if you see anything else that seems odd to you. You are the assassin who tried to kill one of the most powerful emperors in history. So I'm certain your keen eye and attention to detail will be crucial to success in this heist. Slight blush there. Shut up, Master. Ow! Sanson, I'd like you to pretend to be a doctor on vacation and go learn anything you can about the museum. The food stands outside should be a good place to start. Well, I don't mind doing that. Are you certain no one will be able to tell I'm a servant, though? Oh yes, you've had your charm cast on you already. I'll improve it so I don't think you'll have anything to worry about. Beyond that, you'll just have to trust me. Trust Amakusa! That's a tall asking order. Fortunately, no one on the museum side knows which of us are servants apart from me, of course. They have figured out that there's more than me besides me, but it should be impossible for them to determine who we are. Alright, I'll trust you on this, Amakusa. That said, I'm not exactly hopeful about being able to find out much in the way of useful information. But still, I have one more important thing to tell you. I want you to conduct yourself as though you truly were a doctor. You need to act as though you're not here to harm the museum or steal anything from it. In fact, you should forget you're a servant altogether. If you can't convince yourself you're just a doctor and nothing more, you'll probably blow your cover. You would never trust Amakusa. You trust in him going rough. I don't know what to say to that statement. I see. Understood. In that case, it would probably be better if I don't know about the rest of the plan. Would you mind keeping it a secret from me, Amakusa? Not at all. So what should I do? You and Master are going to stick together, Voyager. Oh, Road. Gotcha. Me and Master? Voyager and I, the best of buds. Between the two of you, I think you'll be a more natural fit for this, Master. I'm going to dye your hair blonde. From now on, you and Voyager are going to be siblings. Oh, siblings. Okay, that's fine. Though, dyeing black hair blonde is not going to be easy. I have black hair, and I was told it would take a very long time to dye my hair. Then again, I don't have magic on my side, so that would probably make it easier. You're going to pretend to be tourists visiting this museum every day. Yeah, that's a little bit sus. Not at all. It's a very big museum, and it's filled with all sorts of relics and artifacts related to heroes throughout history. I'm certain you can pull off a convincing big brother who's only there because of the young brother's hero obsession. I know lots about heroes, especially the ones who became constellations. I'll be the best big brother. For the time being, I'd like you all to focus on your roles and get into character. We have a long road ahead of us. And I'll start by getting a room at the nearby inn. I'm a doctor. I'll conceal my presence and stick close to the museum. Shall we go to the museum too? Hero facts! I have lots. Okay, let's go. Just shave the hair from several Artorias. That sounds like a dangerous task. You know. Very dangerous. Because you gotta be sure not to hit the Ahogi. If you hit the Ahogi, then they become alters, you know? Now that as for me, I'd better start remembering what it's like when I had nothing to my name. This job is going to take ingenuity, hard work, perseverance, physics, and psychology. Whoever said being a thief is easy? No one. I don't think literally anybody said being a thief was easy. Wow, he's not in dire straits. Let's see. Yeah, I can start the resetting of these. Just put a Shiro in front of an altar and she turns back to normal. True. Very, very true. Recommend level 20. This is probably not going to be too bad of a fight. But I don't care if it's an easy fight or a hard fight. We're going to go in swinging. So, Melt, you get your bond CE. Scotty gets her bond CE. I've got a lot of chocolates taking up inventory slots. Dang nabbit! I really hope we get... Does anybody know when the next, Why did I put that on Melt? I'm a dum-dum. I just saw blue. So, there it is. But does anybody know when, is it really not until anniversary? That's so long. That's too long. More grit. Make it sooner. Isn't that how you farm Artorium? I don't think so. I don't remember how Artorium is farmed, but I don't believe that is how. Oh, there is a... Oh, it's all the male servants. That would make sense. I'm not too concerned about the bonus. Let's work on bonds for Lambda and... Who else needs the bonding? XA does. And I can't have the thing, so this should be fine. And we'll go with this code. And let's pray for a single target thing. Please be a single target. Please be a single target. You can help me with time travel. Okay, no kill like overkill. Scheming. Okay, that's... There is no kill quite like overkill. I don't like that form of time travel though, Mordred. I really don't. In fact, I'm allergic to that form of time travel. Yeah, I'm allergic to that form of time travel, unfortunately, so can't really help me with that. I completely forgot that this was gonna drop me event currency. Well. And a no battle node. I mean, it's not like the event nodes give you a lot of currency from the battles, so it's probably just gonna be the farming nodes. Is everything alright? Oh yes, she's just feeling a little under the weather. Let me take a look. She's suffering from heat exhaustion. Really, but it's not even that hot. It's because it's much warmer now than it was last night, which is quite chilly. She had a little trouble adjusting to the difference in temperature. Fortunately, her symptoms are fairly mild, so she should feel better once she gets some rest. I suggest you ask one of the museum staff to let her stay in the infirmary for a while. Okay, I will. Thanks. Not at all. I'm afraid the infirmary is a bit crowded at the moment. If it's just a little heat exhaustion, we would prefer that you make use of one of the museum's benches instead. I see, then I'll have to call an ambulance. Huh? You can't take heat exhaustion lightly, regardless of how mild symptoms might be. I'm allergic to time travel, though, Mordred. If you have a place on the premises where she can be treated, then that's where she should go. Should you refuse, I may need to take this to the museum's curator. I understand. Please come with me, miss. I'm coming too. Sir, I'm afraid I can't. Oh, I suppose you have a physician on call. I'm afraid we don't quite have the funds for that. We do have a nurse among our staff, but as for an in-house doctor on standby, well... I suppose no matter the air, we are always short of doctors. Very well, I will serve as this museum's on-call physician until closing time, at least for as long as I'm on vacation. In the mornings, I'll admire the art, and in the afternoons, I'll work at the infirmary. Of course, I'll always come to help at a moment's notice in the event of an emergency. I won't demand payment for my services, but I would certainly appreciate it if I could at least waive my entry fees. I'm not sure if... Considering how many visitors this museum gets, I would think you would want as many doctors on call as you can get. I should stop sleeping, but sleeping isn't a form of time travel, you know? I don't time travel while I'm asleep. Alright, I accept your proposal. Hey, you hear about the ghosts? Ghosts? What ghosts? Something you don't know about the voices you can sometimes hear in the Holy Grail exhibit? Those ain't ghosts, that's just the security detail the curator hired, right? Not that I've seen them while I'm on patrol. I'm telling you, man, they are ghosts. They're in that room 24/7 and they ain't even got a bathroom in there. You know, this museum is pretty weird in a lot of ways. I've been to a few other museums over my years, and I've never seen one with guards armed like us. I heard some things about that Holy Grail too, apparently. I don't believe I pay you to stand around chatting all day. Or is there so little for you to do that you can occupy yourselves with no other fashion? We're sorry, sir. Won't happen again, sir. Lazy good for nothings. Is someone there? Don't think he saw me, so it must have been a hunch. I suspected this guy is no ordinary curator, but he might even be more trouble than I thought. Oh no, he's troublesome. Let's see, this belonged to Iskander, and this is a relic from Sparta. It is a pretty cool looking mask. It is indeed something to see him in person. But this isn't really Achilles' shield, this is fake. Oh, and this is... excuse me, young man. You mean me? I think he does. I'll have to ask you not to say things like that. That is indeed Achilles' real shield. It was excavated by a team of archaeologists and authenticated by a trained expert, but it doesn't match the poem. Huh? Whoever made this probably wanted to recreate the shield as it's described in the Iliad. But the two cities drawn on the shield are supposed to contrast each other. Contrast? One city is supposed to represent peace by showing weddings and court trials. The other is supposed to represent war with disturbing images of blood and violence. But both the cities appear at peace, even though Ares and Athena, the gods of war, are on the shield. I'm guessing whoever made this shield probably did this on purpose, just to have some fun. Voyager's a smart little boy. See, if you look closely around the cities... hey, look at the time, we gotta go! But don't worry, it's still a really nice shield. Oh, Voyager. Around the cities. Oh, so that's what he was talking about. The writing is tiny, but it actually says love and peace. You know, in English. Now what are we gonna do? In English? Oh, man, they got gypped. That is honestly kind of hilarious. Did I say something I shouldn't have? No, not exactly. Oh, good. Hey, you there. How about a freshly fried donut for your little brother? Fried donut? Ew. That just sounds gross. I don't like deep fried food, though, so... Looks yummy. It really is freshly fried. Isn't it yummy, brother? Do you think we really do look like siblings? You're the little brother I've always... I'm sure we do. I have a little brother, so I shouldn't say that second line. I'm sure we do. You think? I hope you're right. Come to think of it, I wonder when the singularity is taking place. I'm not sure. Gotcha. I wonder if I'm up in space. Somewhere far, far away from here. And if I am, I wonder if I could see the pale blue dot. I find myself thinking about that kind of thing sometimes. I'm sure you can, Voyager. I'm sure you can. Thanks, Master. This is nice. I think there's a word that fits this feeling perfectly. A word that means something really lovely and wistful at all the same time. Romantic. That's it, romantic. You know, Master, whenever you hear that word romantic, you always look really happy and really lonely at the same time. There you two are. Space! Stanson. Hi, Mr. Stanson. What's up? I'm just taking a short break. They're very short-staffed here, so it takes a lot out of me just to stay on top of things. Hang in there. That said, the work itself is quite fulfilling, though a little nerve-wracking, too. I do have some knowledge of modern medicine, but many medical skills are somewhat unorthodox. I'm sure you never did get your medical license. I mean, yeah, your license probably consists of chop it off. Don't let the museum hear you say that. On a different subject, while I do understand the logic in stealing this grail since we can't take it by force, I also can't help but feel we're a little conflicted about the whole thing, ethically speaking. Don't think we should? No, it's not that. If anything, I'm in favor of this plan. It's just that something about it is bugging me. No, that's not right either. Maybe the thrilling is a better word for it? It's like, I know this is wrong, and I can't stop myself from doing it. In fact, I don't even want to. Nightingale is the DLC in this museum. I can see it. It's a guilty pleasure. Exactly. I know stealing is cowardly. It's also illegal and immoral. I'm not an advocate for stealing, but I have no idea how it could be considered cowardly. Like, I don't get that logic. How is stealing cowardly, logically speaking? But when we actually have a moral obligation to steal the object in question, as we do here, we're putting it together in an intricate plan to do so. Well, that just makes it all very exciting. It reminds me of Arsène Lupin, the legendary thief, and how his stories still thrill people to this day. Anyways, I better get back to work. See you later. I think today went well. Do you think so too, Master? Let's head back to that hotel now. Good idea. I can't wait to lie down on that nice soft bed. I mean, immoral is definitely not a question. You know, stealing is bad. I just don't know how it's cowardly. Section 3. Hors d'oeuvres, aperitif, or appetizer. Lancer node. There are four things you need to steal something. Preparation, that is a plan. Flexibility, the ability to react to changing circumstances. An exit strategy, to ensure you'll always have a way out no matter what happens. And finally, the most important thing, which is truly essential for a successful heist, luck. Depending on the situation, read me a situation where you think... Logically speaking, I get where you're coming from, where you say stealing is not... As there's chances where stealing is not immoral. Lying... It isn't immoral. People can lie for good reason. It really shouldn't be done often, but I can see why people might lie. I lie plenty of times, but give me a situation where you think stealing is not immoral. Legit question. Good work today, everyone. I ended up volunteering at the museum's infirmary. Is that a good thing? Probably. I agree. You did a wonderful job infiltrating the museum. As I told you before, conduct myself as though I were a doctor. I remember. As far as I can tell, the curator doesn't seem to be a mage. But the fact is, this singularity is definitely making things a little harder. Incidentally, he doesn't appear to be a master, either. Excuse me. I didn't sense any connection between him and that mysterious worker I fought whatsoever. Wait, hold on, that can't be right. I mean, we know the rogue servants exist, so it's not particularly surprising for those servants to be summoned here. But there's no way they'd obey that curator guy if he wasn't their master. Not necessarily. I can think of one way around that rule. He could have asked the Holy Grail for the power to control them. Isn't that kind of a backwards way of doing things? Yes, I suppose it is. While it might be easier in one sense, since the servants can't drain this magical energy without a normal contract, simply having the Holy Grail grant a wish like that, it certainly wouldn't make him their master. Not to mention they would turn on him in an instant at the slightest blunder. Maybe he's just very confident in his ability to control the servants. Or he simply doesn't care what happens to himself. Yeah, that might be it. I'm sure you know this well yourself, Zhongyi, but there is definitely strength to be found when one is willing to throw their life away. Yes, there is. It's far from lasting strength, and you lose it all the instant you fear for your life. But if you can ignore the risks and keep it up, well, it would certainly make you a daunting opponent. That is a fair example, Mordred, and he definitely values the museum's reputation more than his own life. Which means Voyager pointing out the Shield of Achilles they have on display as counterfeit was... bad? Not at all, it was excellent. Confused Voyager is confused. Once the curator hears about it, he'll be beside himself. Any collector who wants their prized art collection to be recognized would feel the same. Very true. I was able to watch the curator briefly while I was working as a doctor, and it was clear he cares a great deal about the relics on display. Maybe you should try telling him that you're Charles Henry Sanson. That sounds like a terrible idea! He might put you on display too, so long as you show him some proof. I'll pass. I have no desire to stand out around all day being gawked at like a figure at a wax museum. I don't know if you're allowed to say those kinds of... like, name those kinds of names. I don't know. Something wrong, Amakusa? Oh no, not at all. I think I might just have seen our way in. Sanson, did you find out the curator has a favorite hero? Apparently he doesn't. He claims he wants to collect everyone, from fearsome god of war to influential artists and shrewd kings, regardless of their race, nationality, or time period. I see. So that's why those displays are arranged so haphazardly. From what I'm told, the curator is constantly talking about how the world can't get enough heroes. Well, he's not wrong there. And that should be our way past the first obstacle. Yeah, if the curator cares about heroes that much, then do you think he would take a look at any relic that comes his way, regardless of how creditable it is? Yes, I definitely do. Though if what Voyager said is true, he doesn't seem to have any real ability to determine authenticity himself. Maybe, maybe not. I suspect it's more that he cares about collecting relics of heroes so much that authenticity no longer matters to him. See, he must figure that it doesn't matter if a relic is authentic or not, if it's sufficiently awe-inspiring. Indeed, so if we bring in a relic of our own, we should definitely be able to get closer to him. Let me give it a shot, shall we? Are you saying we should donate some of our weapons or noble phantasms? I'm afraid my noble phantasm might be a bit too big for that. My executioner sword isn't anything special either. There are hundreds just like it from that time period. I don't have any weapons I could donate either. Too bad. You're just as much of a hero as anybody, Voyager.
That goes for you too, big bro. High five.
High five. You have really taken to the whole sibling thing, haven't you? At any rate, I guess my dagger's probably the safest bet, huh? It should have at least some value, since it's almost slit Mothman's throat. Then again, it's nothing special to look at either, just an ordinary run-of-the-mill dagger. No, that should be perfect, let's go with it. Even though we don't know anyone who can verify its authenticity. Sure we do, in fact, he's closer than you might think.
You mean me?
That's right, from now on, you are. Voyager, the genius appraiser. It's perfect. Well, you're serious, I can't wait to see how this turns out. But didn't you say that Jack mentioned to Zathak that he does not own her? Question mark? You're serious? I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Oh.
Now that's settled, we should get going to create a backstory for our resident genius appraiser. He'll need an ID, newspaper articles, online reputation, and so on and so forth. We'll need Caldea's help to make all this convincingly, of course. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Be warned, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Being a Phantom Thief is almost like a full-time job in its own right. You're telling me? Alright, let's let the forgeries begin. Forgeries. What are we fighting that has this? I don't know. Alright, so it's a Lancer, so we'll go ahead and bring in... Who's the first Saber that crosses my path that is high tier? You know what? Let's just bring in XA. And we'll go ahead and just do Sumo. This will be fine. True, you ask Zathak about it and he will say differently. Diversionary tactic. Genius appraiser, Voyager. Alright, time for a no-kill like overkill scenario once again. Man, Melt and XA are my two strongest servants. They can go through a lot of things easily. Alright. I think I will do up to Section 4, Day 4 before I call tonight's stream. Alright, that's enough for now. Let's pick this back up tomorrow. Even a Phantom Thief's journey begins with a single step, after all. Good night, Master. Sleep tight. Good night. Sorry, I was choking on my own spit. Alright, can I ask you something, Shiro? Of course. Well, this is about the Apple of Discord. I was just wondering why you suggested I hold on to it. Because just being a good person or valuing order wouldn't be enough to stop the Apple from potentially sowing discord. Whereas you are one of the very few select servants who have been entrusted with hope for the future, and nothing more. Everything about you makes it clear you're simply trying to deliver a message, not pick a fight with the universe. And since your origins lie solely in good positive thoughts, the very concept of discord should be alien to you. At least that was my thinking. Then again, maybe that's just what I wanted to believe, since I've always admired space and the stars myself. Got it. Thanks, Hiro. I promise to take good care of it. Not at all. Thank you, Voyager. Aww. Bonding. And the no battle no. This is Caldea. We're all done with the forged newspaper articles. I'm sending you the files now. They'll have spells on them so that the layout of the articles themselves make the reader more susceptible to charms. Here are the headlines we came up with. Genius Appraiser Voyager sees through Da Vinci counterfeit. See the article. Voyager Boy Appraiser discovers the Colossus of Rhodes' lost head. The lost head of the Colossus of Rhodes. Voyager, youngest appraiser in history, shares his joys of finding real historical relics. Isn't this a little much? Well, you guys really went all out. These are great. Oh, wow. Reading these even makes me think. Oh yeah, Voyager really is an expert at appraising antiques and artifacts, isn't he? Please, keep it together. The servants almost never get asked to do work like this, so they were very, excited. This article is great. I knew the modern era was all about marketing. Information is what sets the real thing apart from all the fakes. With the right information, even imitations can match or even surpass originals in quality and reputation. Not that that's a good thing, mind you. Let's see here. Voyager declares direct current the ultimate form of electricity. Hey, knock it off, Edison. This is serious forgery we're doing here. Your writer's done with the next column yet. It's almost time to hit publish. Just give me 5 more minutes, don't make that hours. The muse of columnist has yet to grace me with her presence. Somebody summon an editor in here. I really wish we could see who was all speaking during all that. I feel like Emiya was one of the voices, but... Thank you, Mash. Please convey my sincerest gratitude to the others as well. Of course, is there anything else I can do? Now that you mention it, yes, there is. Could you let me talk to Professor Moriarty and Waver? No problem. Do you need their help for something? Yes, I do. We're all young, naive, and innocent, after all. If we're going to engage in wrongdoing, we should at least try to learn from the best first. Naive? Innocent. Us? You know, they definitely do know a thing or two about deception. True dat, true dat. I must say, dear boy, I'm a bit hurt that you didn't think to call me for such a delightful caper. My bad, Professor. What kind of apology is that? I heard you have a need of Zhu Liang's knowledge. And that's right, I'd like you two to come up with a backstory for this dagger. So you want to prove that to this curator that Zhang Qi's dagger is the same one used in your attempt on Qin Shi Huang's life, eh? I see. As I recall, that dagger is said to have been treated with a poison. In which case, that poison will need to show up during the appraisal process. That might be kind of tricky since I used Hydra poison. That's where the forgery aspect comes in. History books say that the dagger was made with a blade tempered with poison. However, it's very likely the real poison would have lost its potency during the tempering process. In which case, another coating poison must have been applied to the blade after it was tempered. So that's the story we'll go with. And that kind of poison should we use? Let's see, given what we would have available in the time, I would say botulinum or wolfsbane would be the most appropriate. Whatever, I don't think it matters much either way. But is it really plausible to think there would still be any poison left on the blade after over 2,000 years? I'm afraid you're thinking about this all backwards. To convince this curator of this dagger's authenticity, whatever the reason may be for it, there must still be poison left on the blade. You see, we are going to create the kind of artifact typically reserved for the greatest of legends. Zhang Qi, your assassination attempt failed, and you paid for it with your life. The Emperor was so impressed by your bravery that your dagger was secretly brought to the treasury for safekeeping. Once the Xin Empire had fallen and the Han Dynasty had taken its place, the new Emperor would no doubt be at a loss as to what to do with the dagger that nearly took his life. Part of him no doubt wished to commend your bravery in fighting against the same oppression he did. But as Emperor, he certainly couldn't afford to be seen to endorse the notion of regicide. As a result, he would be unable to dispose of the dagger and unable to disclose its existence. I suspect only a few of his most trusted retainers would have been told of the dagger's origins. Alright, I think the backstory should get up to right before the later Han Dynasty was established. And in between time, that could be more difficult. During the fall of the Jin Dynasty, the Red Brows set fire to Chang'an and made off with its treasures. If Zhang Qi's dagger really had been stored there, it would definitely have been lost at that time. Not to mention that wasn't the only time Chang'an was caught in the middle of war. So I'm not seeing a way the relic from the Qin Dynasty could possibly have been preserved. You could forge a record of its storage, but that would only be more implausible. What to do? At times like this, my good man, I found it's best to simply go for it, as they say nowadays. Alright, I might have an idea. How does this strike you? I see, that does sound like it could work, but... Indeed, we'll send another servant your way to complete its deception. Oh, dread, I wish I could have gone myself. Be careful to choose the right person for the job. I'd do it myself, but I'm afraid I might not be terribly convincing in the role. In that case... Dun. Yes, I'd agree, he should do nicely. All that aside, I'm Akusa Shiro. Yes? You're quite the villain yourself, aren't you? Putting the ethics of that aside, I'd like to think it's the most peaceful solution to the problem. Aren't you a firm believer in thou shalt not steal? Let's just say it all depends on the context. I didn't know you two were friends. Or not. We're barely even civil to each other. There is nothing we have in common. Our beliefs, our principles, our motives, our methods, our processes, our development, our conclusions. We cannot be more different. Well said. Honestly, if we weren't both part of Chaldea, I would have used my double phantasm the first chance I got. Alright, Mordred, thanks for stopping by. It was nice chatting with you, and see you next time. Well, then I stand corrected. It seems we do have at least one thing in common. If we can't see eye to eye, then we'll just have to ensure the other one never sees the light of another day. Leaving the principle of the wicked aside, I agree he should be a good fit too, but I'm not sure how convincingly he can act. Oh, I'm not worried about that. We're not asking him to be someone he's not, after all. All he needs to do is perform the same role he always has. It should be much easier than actually acting. Oh, and there's one more thing I'd like to ask of him. Who are they gonna choose? I must know. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Alright, so part 4 will probably be the last part I do tonight. Honestly, it might be the last part that's unlocked right now as well. I honestly am not sure. The time zone thing is always throwing me off. The calling card. Everyone knows that a true Phantom Thief should never steal anything without one. However, creating and placing a calling card properly is much more difficult than most think. The owner of the object to be stolen must have the card brought to their attention. It must also be certain that it comes from a real Phantom Thief. The penmanship of the calling card must also be impeccable, and the card itself should be written with a poetic flair. You can't exactly send it by post, and you can't just stroll up to it and hand it over to the person, and not either. According to one well-known Phantom Thief, the calling card is the single most important part of a heist. That one piece of paper contains a Phantom Thief's very essence. That's why I've been trying to come up with a calling card of my own, but I realize it's actually a problem. Rather a big one. Oh, what is it? I'm not actually a Phantom Thief. And you're just realizing this now, huh? That's a very big problem. This is like going to build a rocket ship, thinking it runs on charcoal. So if I'm going to be one now, I need to have a calling card and a name. Something tells me I'm a Kusashiro Tokisa alone who just isn't going to cut it. Especially since I can't imagine all that well-known outside of Japan. What about going the opposite route then? Maybe you could just use a name that is widely known outside of Japan. Yeah, that could work. What about something like... I've come to see on this round table. King Arthur. Oh yeah, did that... Oh yeah, that... Do that. It'd be goddamn hilarious. All that aside, won't worrying them we plan to steal the Holy Grail only make us harder for it to do so. No, their security is already very tight, so that won't be a problem. If anything, playing this calling card alongside all of our other plans will only help draw attention away from our movements. I just had an idea. There's one very famous name we could use that won't bother anyone. Oh, what is that? Arsène Lupin. Is someone there again? What's this in my breast pocket? A card, Something wrong, sir. Take a look at this. Let's see, a calling card? Oh, it's Moriarty! I shall be calling for your museum's Holy Grail. Oh, Moriarty. He's getting involved. Yours truly, James Moriarty, the Napoleon of crime. No way! Even less the date and time of the heist. I certainly never thought anyone claiming to be James Moriarty would try to steal the Holy Grail. Get more guards in here, now. I want double security around the clock. Sir, yes, sir! Could be that servant from the other day. Maybe another one. That again could also be someone else altogether. Either way, this should be very interesting. I only hope I'll be able to add something valuable to my collection. You will. I've got something valuable for you right here. Why you get off on using my name without my permission? This is identity theft, damn it. Surely you of all people aren't going to be complaining about a little thing like that, are you? Well, at least make sure you don't screw this up. I have a reputation to maintain after all. I know we can pull this off, Moriarty. As much as I appreciate the effort, Master, coming from a goody two-shoes like you, I'm afraid I might find that less than reassuring. I got the calling card to the curator, like you asked. Excellent. Then it's time to begin our plan in earnest. You up for a Shonky? Got it. Acting's never been one of my strong suits, but I am pretty good at keeping it cool under pressure. Good luck. Thanks, Master. Well, alright, here goes nothing. Can I help you? Hi there, my name's Lin Zhu. I have a dagger Zhangqi used during his attempt on his life. Wait right here, please. Do I know you from somewhere? I've been to this museum once before. We may have passed by each other then. You have this dagger in your possession now. Yep, this is it. Well now. Well, I wouldn't touch the blade if I were you. I don't think there would be still be any poison left on it, but you can't be too careful. Tell me, how did this come into your possession? If it really is over 2,000 years old, then it should be corroded beyond identification. And while it's certainly quite rusty, it's still in fairly good condition for its supposed age. It's been in my family for generations. I have a letter from someone who knows its history. It explains what happened. I see, and who is this person? My grandfather. His health has been declining lately, and his English isn't great, so he asked me to come here on our family's behalf. May I see this letter? Of course. And we jump into battle. Okay. Really? It's not counterfeit. And I'm stuck with attack and doubt. Just press green until it's dead. Just keep stacking those defense down. Ow. 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 Oh, if it's real. Oh, I got boosted. Sure, you know what? Let's empty. Be enough, please. That's probably enough. It was indeed enough. Alrighty. Not bad, not bad, not bad, Junkie. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Sadly, you are outclassed by others, but still not bad. Alright, and Phantom Thief sends a lighthearted warning. Second part of part 4. So what is it you want? Well, I was hoping to lend it to the museum just for a while. I see. Why lend it for a while? I'm back. Whew, that was exhausting. Welcome back. So how did it go? Not great. I'd say he was at best hoping I was telling the truth, but he was very, very suspicious. Excellent. Excellent. Honestly, he was scrutinizing everything so closely I thought we were done for. What matters is that the part of him wanted to believe you. The line between doubt and belief is paper thin, you see. True. A single well-placed wedge, you can flip them around completely. I'd like you to start trying to make appointments to see the curator every day. He doesn't even have to agree to meet with you. When you see him, don't show him any interest in the door, Holy Grail whatsoever. Just pretend it doesn't even exist. Alright, you're up next, Voyager and Master. I got this. Me too, I'm so nervous my teeth are chattering. Being a boy appraiser sounds tough. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Today all you have to do is speak passionately about the things that you already care deeply about. I'll do my best. Same here. Well, that was a nice short section 4. Another quartz. And I can't do section 5, in fact. Alright. So I do have up to the silver currency nodes unlocked as far as farming goes. And I do have some time, so I think I should finally level up another servant, since it has been a while. I have some servants to learn first. So let's get rid of these 3 at least. I feel like he's already NP5. Let's see. Yep, if he's sitting there, then he is already NP5, so that'll give us another rare prism. Nice, nice, nice. Do I have those on me? I have one. Honestly, I should probably burn that foe or something, because it's literally just gonna sit there. So, current top of the list is She of Many Names, or Yu. I think I can take all of these. I do have the room. Excellent. So we will get Yu up. So she is a foreigner, so she'll be closer to the bottom. She is the exact bottom. Okay. Alright, and we start off with the foes. Let's vote up. I hope I have the materials needed. Lychees are delicious. I don't think Vo counts as a lychee, though. Just saying. Just saying. Alright. And then I want to burn my silver embers first. So let's scroll all the way down here and start slowly going up, and claim any silvers we've got. First, we got a lot of foes. a lot of foes. I could just filter to only show 3-star stuff, but that's smart. And we've established I'm not always smart. Alright, so Yu. Auto select, and let's get this party rolling. Get rid of all these silver embers. Make room in our present box, make room everywhere. And now I can claim the last 50. A great suck, nice. Great sucks are great. I like frosted flakes. There we go. And then just back to the straight enhancements. It'll be nice to have another foreigner leveled up. Abby doesn't need to be doing all the combat after all. Nor does Oi. Let's see, it looks like probably all my silvers are going to be needed to get her to level 50. Yep. Pretty much every silver ember was used for level 50. Nice. And Ascension. Born Yang Guifi shall remain wholeheartedly devoted to my emperor. So, please continue to... What's that? I just need to carry on like normal. Really? That's early. He is also a little cray-cray. So, Ruinous Beauty. Decreased charge and NP corresponding to the amount decreased. Decrease charge and gain NP corresponding to the amount decreased, and decrease defense for all enemies. Right, back to the enhanced screen, more auto select, and keep moving. Let's see these numbers rise. How high can we get off just the silvers? Oh, that great suck might get us to being level 60 with only silvers. I don't know how many we've got left though. Nope, not gonna happen. Sad. Tears. I cry every time. But we got close. Nice. And Ascension. Rearrange my seated position. I feel it. I sense Master's piercing gaze. There's this warm feeling welling up from within my body. Please, look upon me. All. Okay, she's starting to get in the cray-cray territory now. Well, that's fine. She's a foreigner, so it's to be expected. Ooh, a super suck. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I think I'm gonna hit 70 before I need to start taking out more embers. Probably. I want to say I'm about out of embers. Yeah, I'm almost out. Okay. More ascension. Very, very nice. I consider myself lucky. And if you look at me so intensely like that, my image will be forever ingrained into those cute eyes of yours, my emperor. The son of a malignant star. Apply the living flame state where you decrease defense for 3 turns and inflict burn to a single enemy when damaged, and increase defense for 3 turns for yourself. Alright, so I'm going to now... I should filter by only 4-star stuff. I really should have filtered down further, but let's just claim as many of the... Let's leave the 4 embers for now. Gotta remember, I want to go with the lower than 4, and filter out the CE experience as well. So 3. We want to go for the lowest values first, and then work our way up. 3. Okay, now we're starting to get to the 3s. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be 3s and 4s. I don't want to go overboard on my withdrawing, but I can at least probably take out all the 3s here. $9.7. These embers have been sitting for a while. They have fermented quite nicely. Or matured nicely. And, alright, that's all the 3 stacks we've got. Made a lot more room in my present box. 176. That should definitely be enough to get us the rest of the way, though. Possibly. Maybe. Hey, Forever! Welcome to the stream. You finally bought your own copy of Scarlet. Nice. Congrats. And get ready for a fun time. Who did you pick as your starter? Out of legitimate curiosity. I mean, that's nice of her, though. Let's burn up your unhappiness. She's changed, definitely. And yeah, Fuecoco is the proper choice there. Excuse me. Fuecoco is the best choice objectively. Alright. And the final ascension for Yu. Those who called me little insignificant me. The soul of the great Tang. Even if Master loses everything, and hope as well. Please never forget that your kindred soul will always be by your side. I'll be sure to help you, especially in these uncertain times. And we got her rank up quest as well. I honestly forgot she had a rank up quest. But that's good to have. That'll be good to have in the future. Your journey... Ooh, great success. That's really good. Your journey to level 120 Kojiro and Media is going well. That's good to hear. Level 120 Kojiro and Media. Definitely 2 more interesting servants that I don't think I've seen at level 120. So good on you, Virgo, on the path less traveled forever. Good on you. Choose the path less traveled by, so that you can achieve. And honestly, Kojiro and Media are both pretty solid servants, and all the same, so... Alright, Yu is all leveled up. I still have 37 golden embers. I'm pretty sure you can start exchanging servant coins for grails, though, so if you've got a lot of friend points, you know what to do. Alright, so now we boost Yu's skills up to 6s here. There's level 90. There's Yu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the game has progressed to that point at the moment. I'm pretty positive you can. Not 1000% positive, but pretty positive that you can exchange excess servant coins in for grails. That might not be out yet, but that's why a lot of people were getting like super high NP level for Nobukatsu, just because he was on rate up, you know? And he was a 1-star servant, so you could get lots of coins for him. Alright, we will definitely be able to get Yu here all the way up to 666. Then I need to see my other servants, because I've got a lot of QP to burn here. So I should see if I can get anybody up to 10s that I use somewhat frequently. Probably get one more servant up there. Yeah. Probably can afford to boost one servant up to 10. Maybe 2. Maybe. Depending on what their starting point is. Probably not Yu, though. Sad to say Yu, but you're not 10-10-10 worthy just yet. And the final 6. Waiting for him to come back. Your phone was destroyed after a disastrous breakup. Oof. That sounds unfortunate. I've never had to experience that, but that sucks. Oh, you couldn't even play the event. That really sucks then. You know, I saw... Let's get... Can I boost Abby? I can boost Abby. Let's boost Abby up to 10-10-10. Yeah, Summer Abby to 10-10-10 doesn't sound like a bad idea. I've got the mats for it, at the very least. And then I saw Emiya as well there. I use Emiya a fair bit, so I should probably boost him up to a 10-10-10er. I think that's fair. It's not like I don't have the lores to spare. It's not like I don't have the lores to spare. I don't know what happened. My tongue got tied there. So yeah, Emiya. Oh yeah, I've got the materials though. That's the question. It's looking good so far. Proofs of a hero are large numbers. The dust is gonna hurt using 120 of it, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, Emiya will get there. I kind of wish that there was a quick level up button for this though, because this takes a while to go skill by skill by skill, slowly. Although spam tapping does seem to speed it up a little bit, I'm finding. And once again, I'm confronted with the fact that I missed 2 lures at some point. And I don't remember where I missed 2 lures at. And that's gonna bug me until I can figure it out. I could probably get one more servant up there. One more servant to 10-10-10. Who should it be? Should I go... Oh, I think Orion is actually a very solid choice. Yeah, I think I'm going to do Orion to 10-10-10. That sounds like a very solid choice there. I'm running low on the stars, I will admit. I'm starting to run low on the miniature stars, but... Orion to 10-10-10 is a very good decision. He is a beast, after all. Alright. And with Orion fully leveled up, as far as skills go, we leveled up Yu, we started the Phantom Thief event, and I think we will probably call today's stream here. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Thursday, because I cannot stream for Wednesday either at all or long. It depends on how long my business goes, because I have a meeting, or I have a seminar for the radiology department for the college I go to that I kind of can't miss, because it will contain very, very vital information for my career path going forwards. But we've done good. We've only got a handful... Okay, we have more than a handful of servants still that need leveling up, but, you know, they'll get there. Slowly, steadily, they'll get there. But, yeah, so I have been Solar Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more about me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for you all to enjoy. Once again, thank you so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.